staring straight back at me. Like I was Mulan in his mug. Hey Glow Gang, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? My name is Gloria Ann, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my natural hair journey. This video is sponsored by Aquas, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with a brand I truly love. They really support self-love, and when it comes to hair, there's nothing to fight, nothing to hide. It's your hair, it grows out of your scalp, and they really want people to understand that it's really important to embrace your natural hair. It grows out of your head. It's a part of you. It's a beautiful extension of you. When you look in the mirror and when you see your reflection and when you don't have any product in your hair, no manipulation to your hair, what you see is who you are. And you truly have to love that person that you see. And I love that they stand by what they say by providing products that actually keep our hair healthy and naturally moisturized and strong. So if you're not new to my channel, then you already know I love Aquas, especially their towels, because they save so much time when it comes to wash and goes. I'll be sharing my story on my wins and losses on re-embracing my natural hair, and this is the most asked question that I get on my channel and when I meet you when I meet you guys in person. You always want to know like what made me start my natural hair channel, what made me go natural, and all of that. So I'm just going to tell you the whole shebang here, and let me tell you, I did not choose this natural hair journey. The journey chose me. And what I mean is, I did not decide to become natural. It actually happened by a mistake. I'm about to get into that shortly. I didn't even know what my hair texture looked like because my hair was always permed. My mom put a perm in my hair when I was, I don't even know how old I was, maybe 3, 5, I don't know. But I never remember ever seeing my hair look like this when I was younger. It all started in 2012. I was Weavy Wonder, and you couldn't tell me nothing, girl. I was the girl that would spend $1,000, over $1,000 on some bundles, and I would be rocking that good hair, okay? You would not see me in a beauty supply getting that Remy or that Yaki just because I was allergic to it. Every time I would get something from the beauty supply, no matter what it was, no matter if it cost $300 or $400 or $500 a bundle, it would break me out. I would have rashes on my forehead, on the sides of my face, on my shoulders, on my neck, on my arms, because I had that 22-inch. So I just strictly ordered online virgin hair with companies that I trusted, and I knew that they had the good stuff. It was time for me to take my sew-ins out. I had them in for about 2 or 3 months, and I was ready for my scalp to breathe and for me to wear my hair. And my hair was at a really good length. It was collarbone length. It was very thick and shiny. It was healthy looking. And I was in need of a stylist because something happened with my old stylist. I don't remember what, but I just needed a new one. So I remember being on the internet, and I was looking for a place in downtown Detroit, and I was reading reviews, and I actually found one with 5 stars, and they were nominated as one of the best in the city. They were located a little bit right before you get to downtown Detroit, right next to the Eastern Market. So I decided to make an appointment. The girl that I made an appointment with, she said that she specialized in natural hair. So I made my appointment with her. Now, mind you, before we get any further, I just want to let you guys know that at this point in my life, I didn't know anything about hair. I didn't know anything about chemicals, color, relaxers. I didn't know anything. I just relied on stylists. And I'm a typical Scorpio. I don't trust anybody. I don't even trust my mama. I love your mom because I know you're watching, but I just don't trust people easily. And for me, getting a stylist to put my hair in someone else's hand, it was very, I felt very vulnerable because I couldn't do it myself. It was something that I just had no knowledge in. So I was really trusting someone to take care of my hair. So back to the story. So I went to my first appointment with her, and she did my hair. She touched up my roots, and my hair was gorgeous. She even gave me a nice layered cut. Yeah, so I really liked her. She was really cool, And I went to her like maybe 4 or 5 times after that. One of my last touch-up appointments, I went to her, and it was during that time when ombres were popping. Like, everybody were getting their hair ombre. And I saw this picture on Pinterest with this girl with her hair length was the same as mine, and she had this brownish reddish ombre, and I wanted the exact same thing. So I took it to her on my appointment day, and I was like, this is what I want. Do you know how to do this? And she was like, yeah, girl, I know how to do that. That's easy. I got you. And I didn't ask her if she ever did ombres or anything, because this is new. It was something that it wasn't common, you know. So I didn't even ask her. I was just so excited, and she said yes. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And she was like, okay, so just come back in about 3 to 4 weeks. We can go ahead and put your color in. Now, I want to remind you again, I didn't know anything about chemicals or color. I didn't know that you have to wait a certain amount of time to do that to your hair. I was trying to figure out in my head, like, why do I have to wait that long, and I'm here right now? Like, can't you just do it now and I'll just pay you? But I made my appointment 4 weeks out. It was 3 or 4 weeks out. After she touched up my hair, I went home. That same day, she called my phone and was like, yeah, I remember you said you wanted to get some color. If you want to come back 2 or 3 days from now, we can go ahead and get your color. So in my mind, I'm like, look at God. Look at God. Let me get my color. I can get my color sooner than I think. Yes, ma'am. So I made my appointment for 2 or 3 days. I just don't remember the exact days, but it was that same week. And I got my color, and it was gorgeous, girl. It was so pretty. And I wish I had pictures to show y'all, but it just didn't last that long. But, okay, so I got my color, and while I was looking at it in the mirror after she was done, she was like, you know, I'm having this photo shoot, and I would love for you to be featured, because she was being featured in a magazine, and she wanted me to model my hair. So I was like, yeah, of course. Should I come with my face already beat, or would there be a makeup artist on set already? And she's like, oh, we're going to have a makeup artist. Don't worry. The photo shoot was a week in advance. She had let me know a week in advance. So fast forward to a week. So it's the photo shoot day. I meet her at this gorgeous salon. The salon was beautiful. It had exposed brick walls. It was very spacious. Everything just looked brand new. It was clean, sparkly, you know, it was the whole shebang. So I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a really nice photo shoot. I waited for about an hour and a half for the makeup artist to finally come, and he was not a makeup artist. The makeup artist walked in. When I tell y'all that this was probably her friend that she met in high school that said that they knew how to do makeup. I didn't know anything about makeup during this time. I was just getting into it. This dude had me looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm not even going to go into detail about his makeup game. Just know that he used hair glue on my eyelashes. It was time to do the photo shoot. Somebody's blowing up her phone, and she says, all right, we got to hurry up and go. And I'm like, go where? And so she was like, to the shoot. Where we at though? And she's like, oh, we not shooting here, we're shooting at a different location. I follow her all the way to the west side. I'm from the east side of Detroit, if you guys didn't know. East side all day. I follow her to the west side of Detroit in some corner. It was on a corner. It was this building, and I put my things down. It was one mirror in the whole thing. Like, it was this mirror in the back room where you could put your belongings, and it was just all along the wall. And that was the only mirror, right? So I went out of that room into where the backdrop was and where the photographer was. I sat on this stool, and I began to model my hair. Now, I was taking really good care of my hair. But before we even did the shoot, I do want to remind you, when we were at the studio before, she did run some flat irons through my hair to give my hair some body, right? Okay. So fast forward back to me in front of the camera. Okay, so I'm taking my pictures, and I see her coming with some flat irons. I looked at her, and she's just like, oh, I'm just going to straighten it out a bit because it needs to be this sleek look. And so I'm like, I'm taking a little bit more pictures. Not 2 minutes after that, she comes back with the flat irons and she's like, I just need to put some bump into it. I need to put a little bit more body. It's not giving me what I need. And at this point, I'm taking my pictures now and my hair isn't moving the way that I want it to move. It feels like it's not moving at all. Here she come again with scissors and she's like, oh, I just need to trim some ends real quick. They're not looking too good right now. And I'm I had a really nice length and I wasn't afraid of scissors. So if she were to cut an inch off, I'd be like, cool, all right, that's cool. So she came with the scissors. Mind you, there's no mirror, so I can't see what she's doing. And she's just trimming away. I don't know what she's doing. I can't see, but she's just going. So I'm taking more frames, and at this point, I don't know what my hair, like, where is it? It felt like my hair was doing the robot with me, like it was extremely stiff, and I didn't understand what was going on. What really happened was her using those flat irons, all that heat on my hair constantly gave me heat damage. And honestly, I didn't know what heat damage was. The way that they show it on commercials, they make it seem like if you use certain products, it'll just banish heat damage. Like it'll just fix the issue, like how you fix split ends. Like that's not true. Nothing can fix heat damage except for either cutting it off or growing it out. And you really want to cut it off because if you just grow it out, it's just going to spread and you're going to have split ends and your hair it's just going to look a mess. The photographer was like, all right, we wrapping it up now. I was ready to go at that time. I knew that my hair wasn't moving. So I was just ready to go because I figured I had heat damage. But around that time, like I said before, I didn't know anything about hair. I thought that I can just use my Pantene deep conditioner and it'll just move that right along. When the shoot was over, there was a long mirror in the back where I had my stuff. I went to go get my things. I didn't even look in the mirror when I was walking past it. I was just ready to go. I just zoomed past it and I got my stuff. And the mirror is still, in front of me. So when I got my stuff and I came up, the mirror was right there in my face, and when I looked at my hair, the only thing that I could do was, because my hair was to my jaw, like it was to my jawbone, like my hair stopped right here, like it went from collarbone to up here. It was not moving. It looked so thin, and the only thing that I could do was just be like, okay, Gloria. I grabbed my things and I went on my way home, and my mom greeted me at the door. She was like, hey, how did the shoot go? My hair. My mom knew what was going on because she's a cosmetologist, and she was actually trying to tell me about how you're not supposed to get color right after you get your touch-up. But I didn't listen because I figured my stylist knew the state of my hair, and this is what she does. So she wouldn't choose a photo shoot over her client's health, right? I took those lashes off and I wiped my face off and I just went straight to sleep. So the next morning, I woke up, I was happy, I was ready to get my hair back to normal. All I thought I had to do was just give it a good wash and deep conditioning protein treatment, and it'll just be right back to normal. So I got my Pantene products together. I put my head over the tub and I wet it so that I can get ready to put the shampoo in. I poured a whole bunch of shampoo in my hand and I was scrubbing it onto my scalp and on my hair. And I noticed that I was shedding a lot, and it wasn't like normal shedding. I don't remember ever shedding this much. When I rinsed the suds out so that I can actually see what was going on, when I opened my eyes, I was looking at the tub and all of my hair was in the tub. Girl, do you know I was mad? I said to myself, like, I couldn't go out the house looking like this. I had patches, my edges was gone. I didn't know who I was. Like, who is this person that I'm looking at in the mirror? Like, who is the girl I see staring straight back at me? Like, I was Mulan in this mug. So I told my mom that I was going to cut all of my hair off, and I knew from the look on her face she didn't believe me. She thought that I was speaking emotionally, but I told her that, nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm serious and all of this has to go. My mom supported me. My mom changed her hair all of her life. I always seen her in a new hairstyle all the time. So she just wanted to make sure that this was the choice that I wanted to make. And honestly, it wasn't easy for me to make that choice because my confidence was not high at all. Just thinking about it, I was magnifying every insecurity that I had. My big forehead, my big eyes that everybody used to tease me about. I have an overbite. I have keloids on my ears. I have a funny shaped head. Like my head is literally shaped like an ancient Egyptian. And now I don't have any edges. I had to realize that that's what I'm going to have to get over. When people make fun of me, it's fine. Like, people used to always talk about my eyes and call me fish eyes or frog eyes. You can talk about me all day. I'll just talk about you back. But if I start internalizing things, that is what really gets to me. I decided to go to a natural hair beauty salon that I found online. It was Textures by Nefertiti, and I set an appointment with a barber, and I got all of my hair cut off. Now I remember just being in that environment. That was the first time I ever saw beautiful locks and twist outs and braid outs. Everybody were just wearing their natural hair, and I was just like, wow, I never knew that black people hair looked like this. Because when they show it in the media, you either saw girls with 3-type hair or you saw the 4-type hair. You know, it looked like a really old wash and go. So just to see black women with their hair looking beautiful with texture that I've never even seen before, I was just astounded. Like, I was like, wow, like this could be me. This could be me. Like, what does my hair look like? And that's when I found natural and mahogany curls and just all of the OGs on YouTube when it comes to natural hair. And I was just so inspired. And I was just like, wow, I wonder what my hair looks like. So as soon as my hair got an inch, I decided to document my hair journey. And if a lot of you have been following me for a while, you guys know that this channel was not a beauty channel at all when I first started. It actually started as a music channel. I sing and play piano, and I've been doing it all my life. And I used to do covers on this channel. And I remember thinking, like, nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody's gonna watch this of me with, you know, like taking pictures of my short hair. Like, they're not even gonna click on this. So I just told myself, I'm going to do this for myself so that I can monitor my growth and just keep doing it so I can just have this for myself, because nobody's gonna pay attention to that. So I uploaded my first video documenting my whole journey. I think it was about a year later. When I uploaded it, about a week later, I had like 10,000 views. And I was just like, what is going on? And I was reading the comments and people were like, wow, somebody with hair like mine, and wow, the same thing happened to me. And it was like I found a community where I could talk about my journey and share everything of what happened to me, and people understood, and we were on this journey together. I started researching how to take care of my hair. I started researching oils and products, and that's when I found hair charts, and this is the type of hair that I have, and this is the things that I need to do to keep it moisturized. All of this information just started coming to me, and I just started taking it in and realizing that this is a journey. This was a whole life-changing experience. I even changed the way I ate. My grandma hated it. I remember my grandma, she didn't even really want to look at me. She just thought that it was just a mess. And I remember when I saw some of my friends, me and Dennis were hanging out downtown, and I ran into this girl, and she was like, what happened to your hair? I don't like that. You need to put a wig on or something. I knew that it was time for me to own myself. I didn't want to have to rely on wigs for me to feel pretty. I wanted to explore who I was in my most natural state. I'm so glad that all of that happened to me because I love every bit of it. I love how my hair is forever changing and how I can manipulate it to look a certain way. I love it when it's in its natural state, when it has absolutely no products in it. It's me. It's an extension of me, and I just love it. My hairstyles were always covering my face to hide my insecurities, and now my face is on the forefront. There's no hiding it because my hair grows up. It grows this way, not down. So I hope that this inspires someone out there to just love themselves and realize that you are the one that's magnifying your insecurities, and you have to love yourself because this is you. This is your shell and you have to own it. That's my story. And I would love if you would leave down in the comment section below your story on how you went natural. It doesn't matter if it's a sentence, 3 sentences, or a paragraph. I want to read it. Let's open up a dialogue and just talk about our journeys. If you like this video, thumbs it up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll leave my next video over here so that you can go ahead and click that and watch it. So yeah, bye. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm serious. All right, bye.